Federal prosecutors decided not to move forward with this case against Trump in 2018, and not just because he was president at the time, but according to the Washington Post, quote, concerns about Cohen's credibility have long dogged the investigations of the Daniels hush money payments, according to people familiar with the matter, spoke on the condition of anonymity to describe internal discussions. Concerns that Bragg and his team reportedly shared as well, but something has changed, even though Michael Cohen's baggage has not. Earlier, I spoke to Adam Kaufmann. He served as an investigations chief for the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. Thanks very much for coming on the program. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dan.
All right, so how big a problem is Michael Cohen for the case?
I mean, it's going to be a problem. As you know, prosecutors regularly indict cases based on the testimony of all sorts of witnesses, right? We've had, murderers, corruption, you name the type of criminal, and there's a case that's been built with their cooperation. It's the nature of building many criminal cases. So that's a sort of commonality. What you're really looking for as a prosecutor is the ability to corroborate what the witness is going to tell the jury so that the jury has something they can look at themselves and not just rely on the testimony of the cooperator, who obviously has some sort of self-interest in the case, and in this case is, as you say, a convicted perjurer, all sorts of baggage. So what else is there that they can show to the jury?
And it does seem odd, right, that it seems that this district attorney's office, your former office, was concerned about Cohen's credibility, right, as any prosecutor would be.
Sure.
And it seems, at least now, that they've gotten over those concerns.
Right. And of course, we don't know what the indictment's going to be yet. We're hearing all sorts of, it's Stormy Daniels, it's the hush payments. We don't know that, but there does seem to have been a change in how they view Mr. Cohen, and you have to wonder what it is. I don't know if anyone's seen if Mr. Weisselberg was brought to the grand jury to testify. Certainly you'd want to hear from him in the grand jury.
If you're the prosecutor, how do you present Michael Cohen to the jury?
Well, at the trial, of course, you point out that as the prosecutor, you're not the one that picked Michael Cohen. Donald Trump picked Michael Cohen. And that's what you do in any case with any cooperator who has this type of baggage. If you're putting, for example, drug dealers on the stand in a drug conspiracy case or murderers in a murder case, you're making the point that as the prosecutor, you didn't choose that witness. The defendant chose that witness.
And I would assume that Trump's team is going to continue to try to make this entire case about Michael Cohen's credibility.
100%. That's a great strategy. There's a lot that they can do on the legal side and a lot they can do on the political side to really make some hay with the facts of this case.
Adam Kaufmann, thank you very much.
Thanks, Dan.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.